everyone, let's hear from BG Trading. Hope you are well. Today is January 17th, 2023. We're going to be talking about four growth companies, growth stocks. I'd rather have my money on those stocks now than in a lot of the so-called blue chip stocks. I'm going to tell you why in this video, and also going to disclose what are those four stocks. Obviously, starting with ZIP. So let's have a look. I just want to remind you, this isn't a financial advice. It's just us from BG Trading, sharing with you how we apply our strategies to know when to buy and when to sell stocks, how we set up targets, stop losses, avoid FOMO, which, by the way, is traders' #1 mistake, and much more on in this channel. So if you like, please subscribe and also share this video with someone that you believe could be adding value as well, or will be interested to be part of our community. I also like to invite you to become a member of our free Facebook community. We call that Buy, Grow, and Sell Strategy for Share Traders. This is a fantastic community that we gather together, people that want to find about potential opportunities to trade by applying BGS 20 strategies, stocks that could give us 20 to 40%, or even more depending on the strategy that we're using. So we get people that bring some stock ideas as well. So bring to us and then we analyze. We also share our stock analysis, a lot of our stock analysis with our members. Like this, for example, we just shared this morning, our latest overview on Tyro. Tyro that was one of the stocks that we traded last year and had been incredibly profitable for us. We managed to achieve 101% on that particular position. And that's not a scam. This is exactly what's happening. And here for you, if you're interested to have a little bit of idea of our trade, obviously we print screen my personal account, sometimes my managed fund account, and sometimes my business account. And also have a little bit of give you a little bit of feel of what we do at BG Trading VIP membership program, which we provide our entries in the market, obviously, and then the price that we are buying, the targets that we are setting up, obviously stop loss, always part of our analysis, and the weight in the portfolio according to the risk that we are taking into that particular position, and full access to the stock analysis that we're doing. So basically, we explain why we're buying those particular stocks at that particular price according to our strategy. So very important, very interesting. And this is all in this part of this community. Obviously, we don't disclose everything because this is a free Facebook community, but then that can give you a fairly good idea what our VIP program is as well is about, and also have a good idea about our online Kickstarter trading course, which is the trading course that teaches you about BGS 20 and BG trading strategies. Okay, so it's all in this community. And by the way, this week has been a fantastic week. We have done fantastic trades this week with Sezo that is up about 22% at the moment as we speak. And obviously, as I say, guys, this is a real trade, real results from real trades. And also, if you've been following us, we've been holding EML for a couple of months already. Yeah. Then we traded ZIP. ZIP is also a stock that we have been trading over and over again over the course of the last 3 years. So ZIP, we pretty much about 25% now as close, but our members, our VIP members could actually manage to lock in 22 to 25% depending on what exactly they entered. So that we share our results here, and but mostly important things like these guys. uh, we normally open inquiries so members can bring us some interesting topics or interesting stocks that uh, they want us to analyze, and then based on those stocks, we have a little bit of feeling as well of what the retail market is actually looking at, and then we can guide not just ourselves through our strategy, but also the members of this community, whether all the stocks they're talking about are the stocks that are in what we call FOMO area and should be avoided. If those stocks they are actually a good companies as well, not just good trading stocks, all in this community. So really worth take a look at. Now I'm not going to extend more. I'm going to jump straight into the first stock. The first stock is ZIP. ASX code is ZIP. This is really good business. A lot of people think this is a shit company. Sorry about the term, but in fact, this is a pretty good company. The business model has undertaken a lot of competition, but these guys are managing to make that happen. And obviously, at some stage, they become unsustainable with a very aggressive growth. And that's why we saw the stock price falling from $14 to 50 cents or something like this. But then obviously the management realizes that they have to look after the shareholders as well. And then in a higher interest rate environment, you got to be looking at sustainability, financial sustainability, and that's exactly what they're doing now. They have been remodeling over the last 6 months their business model. The user interfaces are really good, to be honest. I don't use myself, but I actually check them, and for me, Zip user interface is by far the best platform, even better than Afterpay or Sizzle. But anyway, obviously this is an arguable opinion. This is very subjective to what I think. But the point here I wanted to say is that if you look at the chart formation for Zip, which is ZIP, you can see how it came off from higher $14. It's even almost reached $50 back in 2021. And obviously, we've done many trades with Zip together with our VP members. But what I want to say is, I'd rather buy a company that is actually remodeling its business model to a sustainable level and is trading in pennies of dollar at the moment than buying a company that has already has been overbought. And this is a growth stock, and I think this year will be a year for growth stocks. The point here with the Zip is that we have start seeing some very good buying activity with high volumes here after this bearish intersection, suggesting that the stock price is now trading on a sideways in a sideways pattern. So obviously we have our targets already set up on there, but what I wanted to say is a company like this, as soon as we have a solid confirmation that inflation is under control and we have some potential positive results from H1 FY23, which is the first half of financial year 2023, which I think is going to be very positive. I'm expecting a continuation of this rally for the short term. I don't think it's going to double right now, but I think from this sort of a 60s to 70 cents, I'm confident that we might see some 100% return on at some stage in FY23. When I talk about some stage, just means that I don't want to hold this stock for the long term if I don't have a target. Okay, don't want to hold for this stock for $3 or $5 if I don't have a target. Which means is if I want to double the money now and I'm target $1.50, just means that at some stage this year, I reckon we can well reach $1.50 again, which was latest high back in July 2022. Zip has this sort of behavior. Every time the stock jumps really, really hard, and I'm talking about uh, upside swings of 100 to 300%, for example, it also falls really hard uh, due to the nature of a growth stock like Zip. And, and therefore, if I'm trading for the long term target, which let's say, providing this video, I'm looking at double my money uh, at from 70 cents. I will be targeting $1.42. Once it reaches $1.42, I would just sell it. Doesn't matter if you take 1 month, 2 weeks, or 6 months. Sell it, take the profit, and I will be buying back at some stage. That's what I'm looking at as a long-term target. I believe the Zip could well reach if we have some strong momentum built on the growth stocks. And the growth stocks, favorite growth stocks for trading is still buy now, pay later. Not talking about great quality company. I like the business itself. I like the platform, but it is a great quality trading stock. So trade for the long term target, get out, buy back at the lower levels. All right, this is Zip. It's still trading what we call a technically fair price. Technically fair price, which means it's not trading at the FOMO area yet, which is good for an entry, like late entry. Although we are already, together with our VP members, up about 25% on this particular position. Now, let's go with the second one, which is EML payments. EML, well, if you follow EML reports and stuff, we've seen that EML has been taking severe pressure from shareholders due to the problem they had with the regulator in PSCI, which is one of the main business of EML in Europe. The regulator in Ireland, which is Central Bank of Ireland, has issued numbers of requirements and even putting a ceiling of numbers of contracts they can actually issue, and therefore, obviously, that put a lot of pressure on EML. But the interesting fact is, it is a company that is in a far better financial position than Zip at the moment. All right. It doesn't swing as hard as Zip does, but in other words, I'm saying that this is at the current price at 70 cents. For me, for our strategy, is a way safer position to be entering than buying, for instance. And sorry if you guys disagree with this, but buying, for example, Fortescue Metals at $22 or $24. All right. That's my taking on EML in these days. And then EML, obviously, if you're a VP member, you can always go back to our analysis, our stock analysis session, and then take a look at what fundamentals of EML is all about. So we have obviously dedicated analysis for most of the stocks that we normally trade. But interesting enough, let's say you're not a VIP member, you don't have to be a VIP member. Just take a look at this. We've done a analysis of EML back 2 months ago, exactly when we bought it. We took stop loss, but we bought it, and a couple of days after, upon a massive reversal. And that massive reversal was reflected right here on those two red candles. Let's just move right here. And that's when we bought back the stock. We avoid this sort of really low, sort of low, right towards 40 cents, and then went back. So obviously this was a very quick money if anyone were able to buy at 40 cents, but we didn't. We bought about 51 cents after this make around thing. And then obviously this is there was a very good indicator for me, so we decided to buy there. And then I'm looking at holding EML for my long-term target, which is well above $1, to be honest. Obviously, there is still likelihood that some potential not so good announcement comes from Europe, but the overall fundamental value of this company trading at $0.70, it's, for my opinion, is incredibly good and offer incredibly good value. Obviously, with BG trading and BGS20 strategy, we always want to buy around the red line levels. And in this case, I would say that EML is currently that has just entered into what we call formal area. So I wouldn't be buying anymore. But just for those who are holding and following our strategy, I just want to say that this is for me a hold until I see some serious reversal signal, which is not the case at the moment. Now, says it tends to move together with the whole buy now, pay later sector, the whole growth stocks rally. Now, when we start seeing some incremental volumes, I really like that. And that's when I wanted to be buying the stock. And obviously, if the stock's holding a very low prices, like still at the moment, and then for me, it's definitely a stock to have on a portfolio at the moment. But obviously, I would take a much smaller position than Zip in this case, just because this is offer more risk. Although the last quarter, this company start to become profitable, says its quarter report. Okay, very likely we'll see some good updates, some upgrade on its earnings as well, and therefore stocks there we having some upgrades on the earnings, it's becoming profitable and still trading really low. It's not much of a brainer that we want to be holding when it's trading at technically discounted price and not at the formal areas. Formal areas for me would be when CSO reaches around $1 again. At the moment, it's trading still reasonably discounted price, 55 cents for the long term. For the short term, is trading at the fair price. But if you have a long-term target, I think this is interesting to take a look at. Again, so I just want to remind, this isn't financial advice. I'm just telling you how we read those stocks, how we trade those stocks, especially those what a lot of people call very dangerous stocks, cheat companies. But they are, I tell you that these companies are a lot better than a lot of those lithium stocks that everyone loved. Okay, lithium stocks that are not even producing, lithium stocks that are not even a close to start this production. So just think that way. Okay, compared to this is established business that are trading obviously under a lot of competition, but these lithium companies, they're also going to have a lot of competition, and it looks like Goldman Sachs is just not interested on helping any of those lithium stocks. So we had to reduce our position drastically on our lithium stocks, and then looking where exactly the money is going, which sector is going. In this case, we've seen through tech sector and some obviously the growth stocks. Growth is not a sector, is a type of a classification for this style of companies that are growing its earnings, its revenue year on year on a consistent basis. Okay, so says we're still trading at what we call technically fair price and technically discounted price for the long term. Just summarize, we already, and that's what we do here at BG Trading. We already about 22%, 23% up on CESO. But we're gonna keep holding for now. Even if it falls again, I'm gonna keep holding for now. Obviously, some conservative traders can lock in profits, but I think this is gonna be the year of growth stocks, and then I'm putting my money on that. So we have the skin on the game, obviously, of course. So now I want to talk about Tyro, which the X code is TYR. This is a stock that we've done an incredibly good trade here. We bought at this bullish intersection and sold right at the bearish intersection. Actually, to be honest, a little bit earlier. but we managed to lock in 100 to 1% by memory. It's on our website. So, and then there was a situation that a lot of investors thought this company was going to be taken over by Westpac, and then the Westpac just walked away from the bid. And then we saw the stock falling from $1.80 down to $1.15, and then recovering to $1.50 again. Now, last 2 days ago, actually yesterday, Tyro came up with its latest earning upgrade, and interesting enough, they has just upgraded their earning forecast, which is very good for the current environment. Meanwhile, what I want to say is that the stocks currently trading, it is a lot more expensive than the stocks that I showed you before. Use this pink line as a reference. This is the simple moving average 250. If you do our online course, you know what I'm talking about. And you see this, ideally, we want to buy not so good quality stocks under the pink line. But Tyro is a lot better quality company than a Zip. When I talk about better quality company, I'm talking about a consistent increment of revenue, and for doing so, the company also keeps its net loss at a minimum level. They don't really go and leverage to be able to generate some revenue like Zip or even Sezzle does, or all the growth stocks. This company does hold its. I'll show you here. That's what I mean here. Look at this. Okay, that's what I want to. That's what I want to say. So basically, with Tyro, we had this net loss, and then you might argue, oh, but the company doesn't make money. It's not a good company. No, well, don't get this wrong. If you are into business, you will know that a company declaring loss is not a particular bad thing. It doesn't mean the company is no good. It doesn't mean the business is no good. It's actually a very positive thing in a lot of ways. And part of these losses are depreciation and all sort of things the company uses to minimize tax. In this case, what I want to compare with Zip and for example, that has a massive loss here on FY22. We all know why, because it's going to take over. Sezzle was going to take over all sort of companies, and then had to shrink its operation. So, and in similar position of this would be EML payments. And that's why we're interested on this one, guys. If you want access to this analysis for Tyro, just go to our Facebook community that I've just mentioned before, and then you have full access to that. Okay, so back to the chart. Well, it's not as cheap as the other stocks, but for the medium term, I think it's fair to say that the market should be turning to growth and this type of companies again. And Tyro is in a far better position than it was back in 2020 when it's trading about $4. Yes, it was trading consistently around $4 from 2020 to 2021. Obviously, there was this massive COVID crash thing that brought the stock price to $1.30, but then you could see a rapid raise on the stock price very quickly, and brought the stock back to the normal levels, I would say. Okay, so 40 stocks that I think will do really well this year, and some even going to double according to our strategy, according to our view. First one, Zip, then EML payments, then Sezzle, and then arguably Tyro. Tyro, I think, is a good company to have on a portfolio in 2023. Okay, but Tyro, you just gotta be careful. I would try buy at some stage at lower levels than this. Our VP members know where the entry price are. If you're interested about our VP membership, just hit our website bgtrading.com.au and take a look of our membership plans. Guys, hope hope you enjoy this 4 stocks analysis, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Please put your comments at description below, and we'll be answering them. We read all the comments, just so you know. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic rest of the week. Bye. The whole idea when we designed BG Trading BGS20 strategy was to use only a set number of indicators to make it simple and clear to understand, and to be able to apply our KPIs very easily and very effectively. So you don't have to be any Wall Street smart person to be able to apply those strategies. We really hope this course will help you to make better decisions and make successful trades. See you in the course.